Well, welcome into Nebraska Booze and Babble. We have a special presentation today of Babbling about the booze. We're going to be talking about tequila, as you can see laid out in front of us. We have our mixologist Roy with us today. I'm your host, Chris Bryson, and we're going to jump right into it. So let's learn about some tequila.
Sure. Hello all. Today we're going to, like Chris was saying, we're going to talk about the tequilas. Just a little bit about tequila. So there is basically, in tequila, it can only be produced in 5 regions of Mexico, and Jalisco being the top by far. So 85% of tequila is made in Jalisco, Mexico. There are 4 others. I'm not going to try to pronounce the names. We will actually go ahead and put them on the screen here for you can see them. So take a look at that. Another thing about tequila is it has to be made from 100% blue agave plant. There are well over 30 types of agave, but the blue agave is what has to be used for tequila. The process of making tequila has been pretty much the same since the beginning. People might use a little bit different, stills and that type of thing, but the actual process is going to be the same. So you want to first harvest your agave. You're going to remove the leaves from the plant with something called a koa. And once again, I apologize if I got that wrong pronunciation-wise, but it's a koa. And that is done by the harvesters, who are also known as a humidor, leaving just the plant's pinna behind. And so that is what's actually going to be used to make the tequila. After they get the pinna harvested, they cook that down in large stainless steel ovens. And they're called autoclaves. I apologize, but it's autoclaves. They may also be brick ovens, depending on what tequilas that are being used. So like the Terramana here, that is done in clay ovens. And then after that, it is distilled in large pots. Once it's distilled in large pots, that's when it will, depending on the type of tequila being made, it will go into oak barrels, and that is where it's aged anywhere from 0 to up to 2 years. And depending on how long it's in that, we'll give you the different types of tequila that when we're going to talk about each of those here today. So with that being said, some of the time frames. So your Blanco is going to be your silver tequilas or your clear tequilas, and on that it is basically 0 up to 2 months is all that they're aged to be a Blanco, and that's what leaves them with the clear that you'll see here, like in this one, and also the Don Julio here are Blancos. You might most recognize Jose Cuervo.
I'm familiar with Jose
especially Cuervo. If you're in the younger crowd. It is actually the original oldest tequila, dating back to 1795. Of course, Jose Cuervo was the original maker in a town in Mexico, I know surprisingly, called Tequila, hence the name. Not a huge fan. I mean, there are people who like it, but honestly, if you've had other tequilas, I'd be surprised if this is your favorite. Jose Cuervo is kind of unique because it is made with blue agave, but it is not 100% blue agave. They use blue agave along with some other distilled spirits. So that process of mixing your slightly aged, so they will mix in some like more aged tequilas, could be more than likely Reposado, maybe Añejo, but more than likely not. Reposado, that's aged longer. Then they mix that with your tequilas that haven't been aged, and generally the gold. Anytime you see gold, that is, if it's that dark a gold, that is coming from coloring, so caramel coloring that they add to make it look more aged than what it really is. That is actually referred to as Joven style, where you mix those different types of tequilas together. And once again, some people like it. I'm not a huge fan. I'd much rather stick with either the Blancos or coming into your Reposado, and of course the Añejo being at the top end, aged the longest. So let's see, so I was going through that. So Blanco, once again, up to 2 months. Reposado is anywhere from 2 months to 1 year, and Añejo is your premium tequila, and that will be aged anywhere from 1 to 3 years. The longer it is aged, you're generally going to get smoother. It's going to be your tequilas that you're going to drink more like a nice whiskey. So either neat, on the rocks, things of that nature. So not saying you can't put it in a cocktail, but just saying you're paying premium prices for that tequila. You should probably enjoy the tequila. But as we always say, drink what you like.
You do you.
So we ain't judging.
So does the age of the tequila and how long it's been waiting raise the proof, lower the proof? Is there a certain proof that makes it tequila?
Good question. So most tequilas will always be in the range of 80 to 100 proof. So that's 40 to 50% alcohol. All of these ones that we're trying today are all right at the 80 proof. The only one exception to that is this Tarantula, which is technically not just a pure tequila. It is actually tequila mixed with a citrus liqueur. If you haven't, and then of course blue food coloring or something added to make it look cool. But it is actually a very tasty tequila. Another one that's very good in margaritas, that type of thing, because it already has that other citrus. So if you think about a margarita where you add tequila, triple sec, and then your lime juice, whatever mixture. So this would be almost like having the tequila and triple sec already together. So that's
Perfect.
kind of what it is. Tasty. I mean, I don't even mind just sipping it on ice. But because it does have that citrus with it, or just a little fresh lime with it. So yeah, so basically you're looking for 80 to 100 proof on normal tequilas.
And the age of it being in the distilled doesn't change that?
Not really the proofing of it. What that does change though is both color and flavor profile.
So kind of like with whiskey, if you put it in the barrel for so many years, you're going to get more of the darker color because it's pulling it from the wood.
From that wood. And you also get those flavors, so you're going to get more of that oaky flavor. A lot of times it'll pull out more of the flavors like the vanilla or butterscotch, that type of thing in your Añejo because it's been in there so long.
So is it similar to whiskey where this is like we just got finished making it, so it's clear?
Yes.
And this is directly out of the distill. This is tequila. And anything after that is some type of manipulation of the
you could
tequila.
store this in a barrel for up to 2 months if you wanted, and
Okay.
it'd still be Blanco tequila. The Don Julio, actually, I don't really know. I mean, we're going to try this just because it's an off-brand, cheap tequila, just to see how it compares. The Don Julio is actually really good tequila if you haven't had it. A lot of people might know Patron Silver or Patron Platinum and those type of things. Another top, Blanco is the Platinum or the Silver. But this one has actually not been aged at all.
So that's straight out.
It's been distilled twice. So they basically distill it and then distill it again. Really pure flavor, but it has not been in the barrels to age at all. So
Awesome.
Let's see. So I think with that being said, that's kind of the general gist of tequila. We've talked a little bit about how it's made, where it's made, what it's made of. So I think now let's talk about individually a little bit more about some of these that we have. So this is just, like I said, this is a generic Blanco, 80 proof. So we'll try that. We have Jose Cuervo Gold, once again, 80 proof. It is that, Joven style. So keep in mind, it's not just a pure blue agave tequila. It is mixed with younger tequilas. And generally some other distilled spirits, to be honest. We'll try a little bit of the Tarantula just as a break in between there, get that citrus in there. Then we'll go into these three here. All are fairly, I wouldn't necessarily call them premium, but they're your better, generally your better tequilas. I mean, tequila is like anything else. You can find $1,000 bottles of tequila. I mean, I don't believe that.
I think I read something that there's one distillery that sold a $225,000 bottle of tequila, and they set the Guinness Book of World Records for the most expensive bottle of tequila sold. And
I'm sure I would be able to tell. So,
exactly.
I can't believe there's that big a difference. there are differences in whiskey, but like we talked before, I don't know if there's that big a difference in whiskey for me to be willing to pay those kind of prices. So, all right. Well, let's go ahead. We talked about the Don Julio Blanco Terramana. So this one's interesting. So this is the one you guys might have been really hearing about a lot lately. So everybody who knows The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, really cool dude, at least as far as I know. I really like him.
Is this his
This
brand?
is his brand. So you've probably seen this all over, but it's kind of cool. It gives like notes and just things about it. So it tells you that it's 100% blue agave. They roast it in a brick oven. They use copper stills. They use oak barrels, and then breaks down calories and carbohydrates and all that, because that's important to a guy who works out like rock. So it's 98 calories for a 1.5 ounce shot, and 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and it's gluten free for all you people who need something gluten free.
So there's 100 calories in a shot of tequila.
Yeah, but no carbs.
No carbs.
Yeah,
no gluten.
And when you work out like him, I don't think any of that matters. Anyway. And then of course your añejo, nice little small bottle here, but this is really good stuff. This is your premium, and there's lots of different añejos out there. I would say try a few, see which one you like.
What does a bottle like that cost?
You're putting me on the spot.
I just ballpark it, $40, $50, $10.
No. I would say you're probably 20, low 20s.
So low 20s is about what this costs.
Yeah. So.
And this is made out of plastic. So just to give you a little bit of a price comparison,
so
you get what you pay for.
50 whole milliliters here.
50 milliliters versus
1.75 liters.
1.75 liters there. So
nearly the same.
Almost the same.
Okay. All right. So are we ready to do this?
Let's get into it.
Okay. So we're gonna start. What should be the worst one? Should be. Except for we got this coming.
Yeah,
so
but this is an example of Blanco
tequila that hasn't.
Which in Spanish, if you don't know, Blanco means white, so clear.
Not exactly white, but okay. And it's not a fraud like this one, the gold color.
The guy who's been doing it since it was invented.
Right. Okay, we're just gonna do a little bit here. Try. We're not trying to do full shots of 8 tequilas today.
Since this is a Booze and Babble special, it's not drink it all until you die. It's
right.
Enjoy it and see how it goes.
Okay, so smell. What do you get on the nose? It
smells like tequila to me.
Yeah, you get that normal. So that normal smell you're getting is the typical agave. That's that agave smell. Some of them will have more of a citrusy to them.
It burns the nose hairs like a little bit. 80 proof alcohol would.
Yep. So, all right, let's see.
I've had worse tequilas.
I'm telling you right now, I've had enough Jose Cuervo. No, I like this better than Jose Cuervo. We haven't got there yet.
We haven't got there yet, but I have to agree.
I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do a little bit of ice.
This would definitely be something that you would be okay with making a margarita.
Oh, yes, definitely.
What other drinks are common drinks that you would use tequila in?
There's actually a whole lot of Mexican. One of my favorite is, it's off the tip of my tongue. It's made in a clay pot. Carnita.
Right,
yeah. So we'll put that on there, and I'm pretty sure we have a recipe on our website for it. And you didn't. Dang, you drank all that?
I didn't know we were sipping.
Well, I wanted to be able to try it with the ice, because a lot of times you add ice to things, it does make it better.
I do like it with the cold better.
Yeah, definitely.
That tends to be my default, though.
I think, though, I don't know if you want one. We have some limes if you want to follow up.
I'm probably going to want to save the lime to clear my palate after the Jose.
I'm going to do a little bit of lime because, well...
That's what you do.
Yeah, so I like that.
So in Mexico, it's very common to have tequila on the rocks, similar to how one might have whiskey on the rocks. Yeah. In America, it's much more of a take shots followed by a lime or put it into a drink.
Yep.
Like
there's a lot of cocktails cocktails and McDonald's, not screwdriver.
I'm sorry.
Tequila Sunrise.
Tequila Sunrise. I'm terrible with drinks.
Is the most common one that you're going to hear about as far as that, outside of a margarita.
So you wouldn't want to put your $20 for 0.75 0.5 milliliters
Not
in
too
a
much.
Sunrise, but
Yeah.
you probably want to use this.
Yeah. And actually, some people will use the Reposado just because it will bring out another layer of flavor in those cocktails.
Okay.
Just kind of depends. But people will drink this one straight and mix it. Blanco generally is going to be mixed. They do a lot of fruit juices, that type of thing. Mixed with tequila goes really well because of that agave, which is a plant. So, all right. Well, that takes us, to our... do you need me to rinse your glass? Or are you good? I got rinse over here.
Yeah, let's rinse them out.
We don't want to mix.
Taste.
We have to taste what they really are here. So, all right, there you go. So now we're going to the standard, the original.
So even the bottle is slightly colored to give it a darker color
once you
when
pour
you look
it.
at it.
Yeah,
So they are going for the gold color.
that one's.
Yeah, you can smell it.
That one's a rough on the
man.
nose.
That's why we always tell people don't smell your drink.
Yeah, I definitely need a little ice with that one.
It is not good.
Let me get you a little ice here.
You weren't kidding when you said a little ice.
Oh,
Poco yellow.
there you go. Just stir it. That's fine. Definitely gonna be filling my using that lime here. Oh, yeah, that's I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you should comment down below. Tell us what your favorite tequila is. Tell us what your favorite tequila cocktail is. I expect to see a lot of the same ones.
Yep.
But hey, maybe you've come up with a new one or found a new one somewhere. Let us know.
Yeah, surprise us with something or your favorite mix, and we'll make it on the show.
Yeah. All right. So now we can take a little breather in here with this kind of tequila.
Does that say where it's bottled at?
Let's see. It probably does. Tarantula, prepared and bottled by Tarantula Distilling Company, Weston, Missouri.
Yep. So this was actually picked up on a trip that we took down to Weston, Missouri. It's a little tiny town, nice little cool little strip, old school, and basically every other store is a place to try alcohol.
Yeah.
So it was definitely our type of vacation. It's uncommon for, like we said earlier, to make an actual tequila. It has to come from one of those 5 regions in Mexico. So this is probably not 51% agave.
Yeah.
There's going to be some tricks to why they can call it tequila, but it's not actually tequila.
Well, I think it's because they don't label it. You're not drinking tequila. In the description of what it is, it's tequila and citrus liquor. So they tell you they use tequila in making it, but they don't. It's not. They're not calling it a tequila, basically. I think that's kind of the difference there.
If you get an opportunity to go to Western Missouri, check
Absolutely.
it out, because you can try all this stuff before you ever have to buy any of it. I think at some point they start charging you $0.25 for the
Little trials.
the little trial things, but if you've already got a stack of 6 or 7 bottles like we did, they don't charge you.
Yeah, huge vodka. So 360 Vodka is their other big brand there.
And they had a beer brewery or something too, didn't they?
There's 2 breweries
Yeah.
in there as well, and a couple wineries. So if you like to drink, Western Missouri's the place to go.
And I really do like this.
Yeah, like I said, this one literally tastes like it's a cocktail already made. That's why if you add ice, it's going to be better.
Yep. And so I'm noticing, just like we've noticed and talked about with whiskey and stuff before, when you put the ice in there and it gives a little bit of melt off, it definitely opens up the flavors a little bit. To me, I get a little more of the flavoring out of, even the Jose tasted a little better.
Yep.
Once that water was kind of mixing it up and just diluting it a little bit.
But this is definitely, if you haven't had it, I would recommend trying it. And it makes actually a really excellent margarita, or just straight.
And a bottle of this is like $15 or $19.
Yeah, it's not bad.
I like to give you the prices because you may not want to buy a $30 little tiny bottle when you can buy a $30 big giant bottle. Just depends on if you like how it tastes. Yeah, that tastes good.
All right.
The lime doesn't taste good, but it
Yeah,
definitely clears your palate.
You're not a lime guy.
Okay. Definitely clears it though, so you don't taste the old previous one with
That's
the next
true.
one.
It's one of those where I'm like, I think for you, it's like I need to dip in sugar.
That would be much better. I was disappointed that the rimming device wasn't out here for some rimmed shot glasses and sugar. I do not drink margaritas rimmed in salt. Period.
My wife does not either.
Well, what are you trying to say?
Just making a statement. I like, to me, the salt with the little bit sour of the lime, flavoring, so good. Now, if you're getting other flavors, strawberry margarita or peach margarita, yeah, okay, by all means, probably do sugar. But if you just have a classic margarita, and anymore, I prefer mine on the rocks more than I do frozen.
Ooh, so margarita flavor, like straight margarita, I actually do like a non-frozen one better than a frozen margarita. But once you start going strawberry, peach, mango,
I
want the frozen.
Absolutely.
I want the smoothie, basically.
I do. Yeah.
One thing I do want to mention with any tequilas, if you are taking the shots, there is something about the shot, the salt, and the lime that is like just flavor sensation when you're doing it. That really opens up the tequila and really makes it taste good. Don't do it more than once unless you really have a driver. So
well, and I also believe that on that, don't just automatically always jump to taking the salt and lime. Try, taste just a little bit of the tequila. Now, don't get me wrong. If you know you're just doing a shot and someone has some cheap tequila, by all means. But if you haven't tried it, go ahead and give it just a tad sip just so you really know what you're doing, because both salt and lime are that's why they're used. Your taste buds, right? You have salty taste buds, you have sour taste buds. They immediately light up, and those are going to overpower the flavor of whatever you're taking, which once again is the idea.
That's the
when
point.
You're drinking bad quality.
If you're having
or
shots
lower
of Jose,
quality.
you probably want lime and salt.
So with that being said, this one is the Don Julio Blanco. So this one is considered one of a better Blanco tequila.
I will say,
You say the smell isn't quite as harsh.
it's not as harsh, but I can't smell. I don't know if I poured the original one that we tried next to this. I could tell you the difference based on smell.
Oh,
I'm not sure. I mean, I'd be interested.
they're going to be very similar.
Because they both have that like alcohol burn
A little bit.
feel in
Yeah.
your nose.
I feel like this one's a little bit lighter, and I feel like I don't know enough about that one. I tried to research, but it's hard to tell a lot of times with your store brands and stuff like
they're
that.
probably all the same.
Like, was it aged at all? Like, this one wasn't aged at all. It was
Okay.
just distilled twice, never aged. So that's kind of, but let's see what we think.
I mean,
So I actually am getting a little bit of more natural citrus to it. Not like the tarantula one.
right.
More of a natural. I think citrus
I
is
almost
the
get
right
like
word.
a sweet flavor from it.
Yeah,
like
that's
a sugary flavor.
and that's the underlying that agave.
Yeah.
And
It definitely has a better flavor than the Blanco that we tried to begin
absolutely,
with.
I agree.
Yeah, that's a much better just a drink. I would rather not shoot that.
Yeah,
Yeah, if you're buying shots, you probably don't want to buy these. Because they're probably already charging you 4 times more than they should.
I don't know. I would probably buy these. Let's be honest.
If you're buying shots for the table,
Yes.
you probably don't want to buy
There
these.
you go. Which, once again, that is how Cuervo stays in business.
That is no kidding. And great marketing.
That too. And there's something to be said, first to market, right?
Yeah.
$17.95. That's
it's
first to
kinda-
market.
It's the Nike of tequila.
There you go. Ooh, that literally. I mean,
It really breaks up. Wow.
You get a lot stronger smell now, adding that ice to it.
And it does not take. If you guys have watched one of our previous interviews we did with Anna Drinks Whiskey, you can check her out on Instagram. She explained a lot about how putting an ice cube into whiskey, and basically it stands for any hard liquor, breaks up the flavor inside of it. And this is a proof and point that yes, definitely,
little bit.
You can smell it.
And that's why some people, mainly talking tequila, but there's a lot of comparisons in other alcohols. So like whiskey, there will be people who, they don't ice their whiskey, so they don't necessarily serve it on the rocks, but they will do just a few drops of water. Once again, you probably want to use something that's been filtered fairly well, because you don't want to pick up, regular tap water. A lot of times has more chemically flavor, to it. At least I think so.
Don't use Dasani.
Yeah, don't do that. But no, just like a good filtered water. Add a few drops to your whiskey. It can really unlock some flavors without giving you, if you don't like it cold or if you don't like it any melt in yours, you still get that benefit of unlocking those flavors with that just a little bit of
it's
water.
A huge difference. This was really good after the ice was in there. It was good before.
Yeah, it really smooths out. Like you don't get that burn at all. There's no
burn, no like any kind of bitter face or any of that kind of stuff. That's good.
Yeah, you can probably we rewatch this video all fast. I guarantee our faces are quite different on some of these tequilas.
We'll rewind the video, show the face on Jose.
There you go.
The face on this
right. One. All right. So we're moving right through. We're getting ready to check out one of the Rock brand, the Rocks. See, it's even, look, I don't know if you can see that sign by Dwayne Johnson right there.
That's his actual signature. This is a special bottle. If you'd like to buy it, post up.
But these are all made small batch. So what's kind of cool is they're actually like bottled.
Oh, bottle number and batch number?
Yeah,
okay.
So it's kind of like batch number. So that's pretty cool.
Thankfully, somebody famous made an alcohol that's not gin. Because we're not going to try your gin no matter who you are.
Yeah. Sorry, Ryan.
Yeah. Sorry, Ryan. He asked us to privately, but we just can't do it.
But I'm not sending back the bottle you gave me.
It almost would be cool to have a bottle of Aviator, a bottle like each of the
Actually, I lied. You send me a bottle of Ryan Reynolds at Ryan Reynolds, the real Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool. I don't know
the Deadpool Ryan Reynolds.
I don't know. I don't know who, but you know who you are. If you own a gin company named Aviator. You send me a bottle, we will have it on the show.
We'll drink the whole bottle.
Yes, on one show.
Yes.
Ooh, can't believe we agreed to that.
I almost wish he doesn't see this.
Yeah.
It would be kind of cool.
No one tag the real Ryan Reynolds, please. All right.
Oh, that's definitely a different smell.
Yeah, see, this one's not as burny on the nose at all.
But I would hearken it back to the Jose more than I would the Blanco ones. Like,
yeah, I think it has some, and that'd be my guess is that is mixed with some Reposado tequila. Yep. They said they mixed the aged with the, but yeah, you get a little bit of that.
But it does not burn your nose at all. Like none of the other ones.
All right. Okay, so slightly on the back of my tongue, I'm getting which is kind of weird because it shouldn't matter because they're all cooked like this, but I almost get that cookedness. Like
a smoky
just a tad, a little smokiness.
I got that little bit of like, if you can remember when you were 21 and you had your first shot and it kind of burns going down. I got that kind of burn.
I don't really get too much burn.
I did.
I guess I get a little warmth in my mouth and stuff, but not.
And I don't know what causes that
burn.
out of a booze. But this is the first one of all of them that I got that kind of warmth.
Yeah, and it's usually, a lot of times it has to do with proof and stuff, but these are all pretty much the same proof. So,
what was the proof on the tarantula one?
Yeah, I think it's less.
This one's 70, so not too much less. Let's see.
Hey, I'm getting some ice melt myself that's freezing. That's better.
And it's colored, but nowhere near the Jose level of colored.
So basically this coloring is coming just from being in those oak barrels. And so we basically, this one, oh no, we forgot to talk about the Blanco. So that one is non-aged. Oh, we did talk about non-aged. This Terramana is actually aged anywhere from 60 days to 1 year. So it kind of depends, they do those small batches. And anytime if you've heard The Rock talk about their process and the people he has making it, it's ready when they know it's ready.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the difference. That's that 60, so maybe might have something to do with time of year, climate.
Yeah.
We've heard that, some of these people do this liquor or this tequila in big open pots. And therefore it, depending on what's going on in the climate and the around it, right? So you've got whatever you got in the air, maybe the pollen's different or something. Well, all that is going to end up affecting something that's open cooking like that. So, all right, so on ice. Definitely, I feel like the ice made the smell a little stronger.
Oh, it's way stronger smelling. It doesn't burn, but it's stronger smelling. You can definitely... I feel like if you put all of these ones that we've had into a glass just for me to smell, I could pick this one out.
Yeah?
This one and Jose I could probably pick out. And I'm nowhere near that type of person, so that tells you there's...
Yeah, I think they definitely have a more distinct smell to them. So...
It is good. It's way better on ice.
Yeah, ice, it really... You don't get that burn at all.
Not at all.
That's super smooth.
So maybe
at that
is it some warm alcohol just burns on the inside of me? I don't know.
Yeah.
But this is good. Like...
All right, so...
We'll take that endorsement from The Rock.
Exactly. At The Rock. All right. If any of you know these guys personally, please feel free to tag them. All right, so this is kind of leading up to the big extravaganza here. This is going to be our elite.
This is the penultimate bottle.
Move that
What
one
one
there.
might call top shelf.
Yeah. So here we go. I don't know if this Don Julio would rate clear to the top shelf.
For the amount,
definitely
for the amount per milliliter, I think
definitely
it
that.
should be.
Well, there's definitely more expensive ones, that's for sure. But
Okay, so this one's got a color to it.
yep, aged.
Probably can't see that on the video too well, but it's about the same color as the Terramana.
Yeah, I would say.
Ooh,
I think this one smells good.
this smells very good. Like,
Yeah, it doesn't have that no burn.
yeah,
in
there's
your
no burn.
nose.
I almost want to. It's not the right way to describe it, but like a campfire smell. Like I don't know how.
I don't know. I guess I'm not getting that so much. I'm getting.
It's just really. It smells really good. That's smooth.
Wow,
That's the smoothest of the non-chilled ones.
I literally, I could see myself sipping this neat.
I could have 2 fingers of this with a cigar.
And I think you know, we're gonna try it on ice here soon, but I imagine it may be even better
I don't
on
know.
ice. I don't know,
But it's really good.
but yeah, I agree. And one of the things I was when looking into your añejo tequila and stuff, this is one they talk about. So if you're gonna make cocktails with it, which hey, you can do what you want to do. A lot of times they say make it straight, but things like almost replacing this in your higher end whiskey cocktails. So
Like old fashioned?
old fashions would be probably something you can make with this, and they say it goes really well. We might make one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
but
not gonna lie. I was gonna have some ice in it, but then I drank it. So
all right, I'm gonna.
my glass is kind of chilled. So
We'll do just a little bit more. That we can try it with ice. We'll leave enough to make an old fashioned though. But it is good. So you can see this is what happens. You have the good stuff. And you're like, well, I'll have some more of that one.
ice cubes are definitely fighting us.
Might be overkill, but just drink it fast. Don't let it all melt. I think I actually like it better.
Me too. I really feel like the ice did not complement it.
No, I
I
really.
think in any flavor change, just got cold.
Yeah,
Maybe a chilled glass to drink it out of, maybe. But otherwise, that was good.
I would then almost compare this to like red wine. Like chilling it actually makes it worse.
Yeah. I mean, I don't like red wine at
Well,
all, but
I'm just-
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Many people say that.
That's because
It did not taste as good.
Tannins, but-
It did not taste as
No,
good.
I
with the
definitely
ice
like
in
it.
And I tell you what, that's a first for me on any drink.
Yeah, I would
we've
definitely.
had cognac, we've had whiskey, we've had bourbon. All of it tastes better to me with ice cubes. And
There's
this
some
one-
I'll drink both, but almost always I prefer it on ice. This one definitely is a neat.
Yeah, that's a neat tequila. That's. And
So-
I've had Patron. Patron's my kind of go-to
Yeah.
at the bar if I'm going to have a shot. It's not too expensive to have a shot,
Yeah.
and it's not too gross to have a shot.
Right.
But
even that I prefer chilled.
yeah, I want it cold.
Yeah.
This is delicious by itself. I did not need the ice cubes. Like,
Yeah,
that was really
I
good.
definitely would have this without. So give it a try. if you've already had it or if you've had any other añejo, let us know what your thoughts are on ice, no ice. Once again, if you have a brand that you've had that you think is extremely good, put it in the comments because we like to try new things.
Yeah, we'll go get it.
Like
Whatever within reason. I mean, we're not going to go buy a $5,000 bottle of tequila, but
if you have a $5,000 tequila, well, good for you.
And we'll bring you on the show.
But yeah, so what do you think, Chris? I mean, is any other thoughts?
I think as far as drinks go that I would be taking shots of, if it was just a solid shot of this liquor, tequila is probably where I'd want to go as long as we had something worth drinking. It's much better than a shot of, say, Jack Daniels or Sailor Jerry or, other Jose I don't want the shot of. But I really think that if I'm playing quarters, this might be my choice of penalty. If I were to have to take a penalty on quarters. But
all right, do you want to try maybe having a Reposado and a Blanco mixed with a Margarita?
Yeah, let's jump to trying the different mixes with the different drinks and see where they go, if they make a difference. If the cheaper alcohol makes a difference with the more expensive alcohol, let's do it.
All right, perfect.
So once you've made your drinks, they'll look like this.
So what we have here,
shows where they just pull it out of the oven.
Yeah, that's right. So what we have here is we've done the same exact margarita. It's just your standard lime-based margarita mix with the Jose Cuervo, which is the front one, then the Don Julio Blanco, middle one, and then we're trying it with the Terramana Reposado. Is this last one here?
What's the generic recipe for a margarita?
Kind of depends what you like, but just your basic is going to be a lime juice, maybe a little lemon juice. So that's if you're not buying a pre-mixed stuff, a simple syrup. Mix that all up. Then you add your triple sec and your tequila. That's going to be just a straight baseline margarita that you can do. But try mixing some different tropical juices in there. Like I said, lime heavy is going to be where you want to go, but you could try adding just a little bit of grapefruit juice or a little more lime juice, stuff like that. See what you like, or if you have a brand of margarita mix you love, use it. That's what we say. Drink because it tastes good. Right. Don't worry about what other people are doing. All right, so we got our little Jose Cuervo margarita with the lime because, well, you might need it.
We're gonna need it.
At least it helps cut that a little bit, but
I mean, it definitely tastes like a margarita.
Yeah, I mean, it's your standard margarita.
This is what you would be buying at a bar. I don't know why I'm putting lime in mine because I would never do that.
It's there. Well, I mean,
I don't like
if
that.
If you have to have Jose Cuervo.
I'd rather have this than have the Jose Cuervo straight.
So
not my drink right there.
Yeah. Which, as anybody who watches all the time knows, this is probably a bit tart for Chris's normal taste. So I don't know how much he'll appreciate any of these, but Jose's definitely. All right. So now we've got the Don Julio Blanco. This one I just kind of put the little lime down in it. Lime's optional. It really is not going to add a whole lot to the. At this
pretty
point.
Garnish.
Yeah. So this one, you actually pick up a little more of the tequila flavor.
I can definitely taste some
but
tequila.
It works well together. The other one just kind of felt like it's there. You're drinking something.
I hate to sound like I'm hating on Jose so hard, but this tastes so much better.
Right, and I know, and everybody's going to feel like, God, man, because you know. A cease and desist from Jose Cuervo coming, right? But, I mean, let's be honest, that's not happening. They don't have no idea who we are. However.
But I dare you to tell me that you don't agree.
Yeah, right? Line them up. Taste the difference. I don't hate that.
No, I would drink this.
I'm telling you right now, the only thing that would make this better is if I had my salt rim.
A little bit of sugar on the rim?
Salt on the rim, yes.
No, 100%. By the pull, I'd have this. Salt or anything. I would have this in a margarita glass.
And I think that's why I don't, we've always talked about trying to watch sugars and stuff like that. But honestly, I just feel the salt goes so much better with that tartness.
I believe that true to God speaking about things, salt really does open up your taste buds. Like when you get salt in your mouth, like everything, like you said, lights up.
Mm-hmm.
So then when you follow that with any kind of booze, you're going to get a much stronger taste out of it because your tongue is just like, okay, what do you got next? And so when you do lift the salt, take the shot, it's like, whew, okay, that hits you.
Yep.
Having the salt on the rim or the sugar in a deck or whatever, you're definitely getting some flavoring and then getting the drink. And so it's definitely doing something.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so this one is?
So this is our Reposado. So this one, once again, was aged anywhere from 6 months to a year, or 2 months to a year, I'm sorry. And this one, that aging is going to have some additional flavors to it that you're going to get from those oak barrels. So it's going to be interesting. A lot of times they say, if you use this in like your cocktails, you should be able to taste some additional layers of flavor than just like your normal, agave tequila and
so this is one of those times where I'm going to taste the leather.
Sure. I don't know what that tastes like, but hey. I get what they're saying. I really do.
From a person who does not have a palate to pick things out, I could definitely tell you that all three of these are very different.
Yeah, using the exact same base mix.
Like I'm not the kind of person that can drink some beers and tell you, well, this stout has this much hops and this much this, but I can tell you this stout is thicker than this one, or this wine is, I understand the term dry and wet now. This definitely tastes different than the other two significantly. And if you were to mix them all around, and then I could still, nope, that's the same one. Yeah. Nope, that's the same one.
Yeah, you're definitely picking this one out. To me, it really tastes like it blends. Like the other, I could still taste like the mix and the tequila. This becomes something altogether one thing.
It's a drink, yeah. Like
the flavor is so mixed in, and it's a more complex flavor, but it changes the flavor of the margarita. Like,
yes, I agree.
It's a new thing kind of flavor.
This doesn't taste to me like a traditional margarita that I've had.
I agree.
Whereas the second one definitely tastes like a margarita with a little bit of tequila heavy in it.
Yep.
The first one was like, oh, it's gross.
Yeah.
But like this is
almost
a different drink.
Yeah.
Like it's
a margarita.
And it's made exactly the same as the other two.
But yeah, it adds a lot to it.
I think
I like that a lot.
The other parts of the margarita really bring something out of that. This is what if I were to go to a place, I would say I would like a margarita, but I want it made with the rocks tequila,
or even and maybe they don't have it, but have them make you one with the Reposado, and see what you think. But
because the Reposado is,
I'm definitely making more.
What makes this the Reposado? Like
that's the aging. So how long it's aged? So it's aged anywhere from 2 months to a year to make a Reposado. Anything over 2 years.
So our difference is this is straight out of the distill.
Yep.
This is your moonshine of tequila. And this is when you put it into a barrel and it gets just the barrel's flavors, not other tequila added to it to cut it or any of that kind of stuff. That's what we learned today.
And then añejo is just basically same tequila, left sit longer in those barrels. That's really the difference. But that one I will definitely be making more margaritas with. I do have to say that.
I almost feel like that's going to be a whole show.
I mean, that would be a drink show.
Yes, 100%.
That's good stuff.
Because now I don't want just a shot of that. I really want a glass of that.
All right. Well, maybe we will make some other tequilas. We have all these out. So not for this show, but maybe you will find some other videos of another drink or two being made with tequila since we're already here. But look for those as well. And I will say thank you. I hope it's been educational. I hope you reach out and try some of the other tequilas that are out there that maybe you've not really known about or shied away from. So once again, thank you. As usual, drink what you like, but don't be afraid to try new things.
And so definitely thank you for joining us on a special presentation of Nebraska Booze and Bevel. This has been Babbling on the Booze. Check it out. Also, third Saturday of March is a Mexican national holiday to celebrate National Tequila Day.
So happy Tequila Day.
Thank you.
And let us know once again in the comments. Bye.
What's happening? That's got to be on the show.
That's outtakes. You cut that and do outtakes.
All right, what's going on?
I don't know, but it got possessed. And
It
was
for
not like
real went
anything I had
nuts.
to say at that point.
It was like, nope, you're done.
Shut up.
You stop talking.
I was just like,